everybody out there, and welcome to the A&A NBA podcast. This is a podcast about all NBA news around the league, Eastern and Western Conference. We don't discriminate. My name's AJ.
My name's Andy.
And this is A&A NBA.
All right, guys. This week has been crazy, from ejections with LeBron all the way to injuries with Kristaps. We're going to dive right in it, and it's going to be really good. Hope you enjoy this week's NBA news.
Alright guys, the first topic for this week is the Giannis Antetokounmpo situation. So what happened was, it was on Sunday night, and
Bucks were really sucking in that game.
yes, and so he goes to the bench, and it was an assistant coach, and he went up to Giannis, I think, and then Giannis yells, well, can't say it on the air.
Yeah. He says some profanity that we would not like to say to you today.
Let's just say it starts with F and ends with K, and U and C are in the middle.
Yeah, you pretty much just said it. But the whole Giannis thing, it's kind of weird because the guy has always been coming into the league, he was like the golden boy. Like at first he wasn't really like that big, being the 15th pick and all, but like he started to really escalate to being a really good all-star, and it might even be the GOAT in the future. But right now, he's supposed to be like kind of like a golden boy, like Steph Curry. Even though Stephen Curry's kind of like a villain now. But Giannis, it was weird for him to say this because I think he's really showing frustration. I mean, this really happens in the NBA. And it was crazy to see him flip out as assistant coach. This brings me back to when Isaiah Thomas, he choked out as his assistant coach.
Oh, yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, with the Bad Boys, the Detroit Bad Boys. But that was crazy because I think in that one, his assistant coach told him to do that to get his anger out, but I don't think it was in this one with the assistant coach and Giannis.
Yeah, I think it's just out of frustration, and I think maybe Giannis, since he's putting up such good stats, he expects more out of the team. Yeah. Which they're looking on the up and up since they signed
Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, or trade for him. And I think it was just out of frustration, and that assistant coach is probably going to be out of there.
Yeah, he may be fired because Giannis is not really replaceable.
The Bucks
compared to his
need Giannis.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the coaches, just to get on this topic, Jason Kidd has been starting to call kind of a flop of a coach. What do you think about that?
It's still early. Like, he still has a good team around him. It's still November even, so we'll see.
But I think that they just need to get it all together. Giannis, I mean, that happens. I mean, every player does it. It's kind of weird to see him do it. But I'm sure the Bucks will figure it out. And that was our first topic. And now let's jump into our next. All right, guys. So it's been sad, but earlier this week, DRose has decided to leave the Cavs. And it's because of all these nagging injuries that keep happening to him, such as his ankle, his knees. It's just his legs are completely screwed up now. And he's finally decided that the sport that he loves so much, basketball, he doesn't know if he can keep doing it just because it keeps getting ruined for him. So what do you think about the whole situation?
I think it's good for DRose to get away and get his mind cleared and get healthy. He had so much success early on, and it got taken away from him. And his career's really been a roller coaster. He was excited to come play for the Cavs this year, and it just didn't work out for him.
And before that, like, he had the Bulls, and like they were doing really, really good towards ACL in the playoffs. Then he comes back to the Bulls, starts to get better. Then he leaves the Bulls, and then he goes to the Knicks, happy to be there. Then he gets injured. I mean, he didn't get injured at the Knicks. He sucked at the Knicks, and the Knicks sucked because the Knicks always suck. But then he goes to the Cavs. He's so happy to go there, and just like you said, he got injured right off the bat.
It sucks for DRose and the fans because he's such a great player in the sport. But we really hope he gets better and comes back and maybe wins a championship. He might be in the Hall of Fame. Who knows? Youngest MVP ever. I don't know if I'll do it, but
I think the problem also with DRose, like you said it, he was so successful in the beginning of his career, and he really hit his peak with the whole winning MVP at the youngest MVP ever. And I think he really hit his peak there, and I don't know if he can get back up there or anything.
But we're praying for you, DRose, and we hope you come back stronger and better than ever.
Yeah, hopefully you get better. All right, next topic.
Our last topic of the day is the Oklahoma City Thunder struggling
And sucking. They suck.
in their campaign of this season. They are 8-12 and currently the 10th seed in the Western Conference. They've been playing pretty assly. That's a word.
Yeah, exactly.
Poorly and
Poorly. Yeah,
what are your thoughts on the Thunder?
I think the Thunder suck. When I first saw them getting Paul George, I was excited. I'm like, wow, they could do some damage. And then all of a sudden they get Melo. I'm like, holy crap, this team could legitimately be the best team in the West over the Rockets and the what's their name? Oh, the Warriors. No, but I think that
Warriors have a big four.
Yeah, I thought that they could be really good, and Steven Adams could be big four. Nah, but legitimately, I thought the Thunder could be really good, and they suck. So like the Cavs and the Thunder, they both opened up the season struggling, like really, really bad, and the Cavs are coming back from that. They have a nine game winning
They've gone
streak.
two different paths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Thunder, like Cavs started being really good, and the Thunders kept being really, really bad.
Yeah.
So I think that the Thunder, like as I say for all these teams that really suck, they just need to get it together.
And I think they still make the playoffs. They might not be as high of a seed we thought, because we all thought, stop lying, you knew that like, oh, they're going to be the second seed, maybe even first. You're going to have
maybe even third.
Top three, for sure.
Yeah.
And everyone's looking dumbfounded right now, and they're 8-12, and
maybe it just like is the beginning of the season, like a new team trying to get back together. But like it's been 20 games, yeah, and you can't keep using that. Like people keep saying that, and I'm just starting to think, wow, they're losing to really crappy teams too. Like the Magic, they started out really good, but they went from 8-4, poof, they went from 8-12. I saw that in a meme.
I think it's been.
But anyways,
I think it's been. I think it's proven that these players just can't play together so far.
Well,
they're all so ball dominant, especially Russ. He needs the ball. He's so used to leading the team, especially last year. And even when KD was there, he had the ball 45 or 50% of the time trying to score it, and KD had it like 50%. Like they had no other offense. And then,
they were both trying to be the leaders of their team.
Right. And Melo went to New York, and just to have the ball in his hands 100% of the time. And then Paul George, he's probably the least least needs the ball out of the three, I think. But it's still, he needs the ball. They all need the ball because they're
all
great.
like ball dominant players, ISO players.
Yeah.
But another thing is, I think that the coaching is just not that good there. Billy Donovan, I think he's starting to really suck as a coach, and I just think that they need to find a new coach because they're still not running any plays. I mean, you go against the Pistons, a very because I was watching that game because I really mostly just watched Pistons game, but I was watching that game and all I saw, and it was 99-98, really good game, really close, and I thought the Thunder were gonna pull it out, but the Thunder, the problem that they do is ISO. All they do is ISO. And you think that maybe because Detroit is such a not a ball down, not one player's a ball dominant.
Yeah, right.
They pass the ball a lot. They're very team oriented. And then you got guys like Russ who always tries to just dunk the ball, and Paul George who's always just trying to get open, and Carmelo who's always just ISOing. And they're all ISO, yeah. And it's every single play, and it's not gonna work if you're just doing that. So. I mean, I feel like they just need to get it together because, I mean, you got all these teams like the Warriors, the Pistons, the Rockets are even starting to get better with it, team basketball. Cavs are even starting to get better, yeah. So, you can't do that anymore. It's not ISO basketball. You got to play team basketball. There's no I in team.
Yeah. But if they don't mesh together well, Paul George, packing his bags, he's going straight to L.A. For play with the
Yeah, and Paul George right before the season, I mean, he was saying I really like this association. I mean, I love the fans, and I really want to stay here and possibly make a big
contend.
Contend.
But
how are you gonna contend if you can't freaking play team
regular
basketball?
Season games.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you might not even make the playoffs right now. But I mean, I think they will. But not as top 3 anymore.
Yeah, but. That was it for the week, and we'll see you for the outro. Alright guys, well that's all the NBA news for this week. Stay tuned for other content on the channel.
Yeah.
And our power rankings video should be up real soon after this one. So watch that. And we thank you for the support and everything. Follow us on Instagram, A_N_A_NBA_memes. And just subscribe please and like our videos and share them with your friends who like basketball as much as we do.
Yeah.
You got anything to say?
I just thank you for watching, and we hope to build this channel up more. We lost a subscriber, so that sucks. I don't know who you are to subscribe back, but either way, I'm just playing. But just subscribe and like the video, and see you guys later. Peace. Yes,
What was
sir.
in that? What was in that?
What?
Remember when you did that one?